Hey everybody, Alex here. Welcome to another edition of Momentum Charting. Today we are going to be diving into the chart of Sundial growers. Before we do that, make sure to get all the updates. Stay tuned on all my latest videos and all my updates I do on Sundial and all your other favorite stocks in the market. Hit the subscribe button below. Hit the bell notification. Thank you so much for joining. Let's move on to the chart of Sundial. So I'm here as always in the daily time frame of my TradingView account, and to me the chart here on Sundial looks pretty cut and dry, pretty clear what we need to have happen. Only one major trend line in place that matters right now. Cursory possible support here at the 81.86 level, just a little bit over 81 cents, but that got broken through around May 7th, May 8th, and then popped back up. I'm not sure really how strong the support is, but it looks like we're headed back down to this level right now. Possibly break through it, possibly hold some horizontal support and start moving sideways. But what is definitive and what is clear is this overhead downtrending support with two important touch points, one on March 16th and one on June 3rd. What we need to have happen in order to gain acceleration to the upside in Sundial is a breakthrough of this downtrending support. Put a support zone in place and start getting a series of higher lows and higher highs out of this triangle that's formed here on the daily time frame in order to carry us back to the highs. Let's see exactly when this was. February 11th of this year. So looks to me like that would be our initial target, somewhere up here around $3. But yeah, guys, there's a lot of work to do before we get there, right? The price has been just absolutely hammered over the last few months. So let's take a look here, break the ruler out, and see exactly what we're talking about here as far as, boy, that's quite the wick on the daily. We were up here at almost touched $4. That's pretty amazing, and pulled all the way back. Let's see exactly to what percentage. Pulled all the way back here, almost 80%. So that's a nice big pullback. But on the positive side, there was a lot of volume coming in here late last year, early this year, which leads me to believe there is some sort of information on Sundial, and people are interested in the stock. It trades a large daily volume. So I love these types of stocks that have had big pullbacks and just waiting here patiently. If you guys know my trading style by now, I practice basically the 80-20, where I ignore a huge part of a stock's move and just concentrate on the parts that have the most potential to me for price acceleration, the largest risk rewards, which is important breakout points and important breakout zones, important supports. So all this stuff is just, to me, complete noise, and I will be interested here when we get a breakout sometime down the line. Hopefully sometime in August. It very well could happen, but we need to pay attention. That's why it's important you go down below and subscribe to the channel, get all my updates on Sundial. Let's move over here to the momentum chart on Sundial. So on the daily, this is not the most pleasant looking trend on the momentum. You can see here we are well below the zero line and pushing down, and it looks like on the 4-hour momentum we've got these two touch points in place here, one on the 18th of March, another one on June 9th, and we are just sort of a lot of the price action dissipated here from the highs, like I showed before, around February, and now we are just sort of in this kind of sideways slash very slowly bleeding range on Sundial. But the one thing I want to say is once we start trending below this zero line in a negative area down here, this is what happens to be the momentum areas where you start getting larger and larger dips in price. And even if you happen to not be trending down, if you just trend sideways down in these zones, it can lead to some big suppression of price and big candles to the downside. So what I'm hoping here for Sundial is that instead of just being cooperative with this downward sloping momentum line on the 4-hour, we kind of get some bounce back and maybe come down here for a double bottom sometime towards the end of July, start working up back through this downward sloping resistance line, back above the 0 line, start putting in a series of higher lows and higher highs to take us back to these highs in February. You can see that's exactly what happened here when we finally started getting higher lows, higher highs, and the real breakout happened. You can clearly see we had a higher high, higher low, a bounce above the 0 line, which is right here, and a breakout. Let's see, where was this first momentum bubble broken out? Right here on January 29th of this year. And just open this chart up here and we can see January 29th. Let's see. So that would have been, let's see, one of these candles right here around 86 cents, and that's when we went on that momentous run up to nearly $4. So I'm going to be looking for something similar here, except this time we've got this nasty downsloping resistance line to deal with, which was not in place last time. So we're going to have to deal with that, but we need to start getting a series of higher lows, higher highs, leading momentum back in a positive configuration in order for Sundial to start trending up in price and near back to those highs in February. That's what everyone's looking for, guys. This does have the volume behind it to have big moves to the upside, but again, we need to get that volume configuration on our side and break not only this momentum line, but get back above this down sloping resistance on the daily time frame, start putting some candles in to push us back again higher. Once again, if you aren't subscribed, make sure you do so. I'm going to be doing at least a few updates every week on Sundial. You want to stay tuned here over the next couple months, which is going to be very important, not only on Sundial, but broad markets as well. Some very interesting developments right now in the broader markets, as well as the volatility index, some things like that. So you're going to want to be subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell notification below. Thank you so much for watching the video. Really glad you could make it. Hope to see you again very soon. Thank you, and bye for now.